While the sun's shining, there's so much tech here at Sea Otter and new bikes, so we've done another video for you lucky devils. So here's some more tech.
So we're here at Box Components checking out their new transmission stuff. Something that I particularly like is their new shifters. The other one had a single push, like a double activation lever. This has got a much more conventional, a bit more user-friendly, traditional style shifter on there. They've got the one and they've got the two transmissions on here. They're really punchy now, actually. Got really clean and crisp operation, as you can see there. You love the fact this is an independent company doing transmissions. They're not Shimano, they're not SRAM, and they're really working hard to refine this and give you something that's really good and alternative. So a little while ago, people were asking about suspension seat posts in Ask GMBN Tech. And I talked about the Thud Buster post. Now this is them, and it's a really, really good solution if you've got a hardtail bike and you want a bit more comfort. And in my honest opinion, these are the only ones that really will work more like an effective suspension system. The telescopic ones do work, but because of the way the bump force transmits up them, they're never going to be as plush. These having a parallelogram design means that they do offer effective suspension travel. Perfect for gravel riding, cross-country duties. And they come in two options, 1.5" travel, 3" travel. Absolutely amazing. They've been around for years and they're still the second most popular item that Cane Creek sell globally. This is the brand new Cane Creek Helm fork in the 29" model. Now this is available in coil sprung or air sprung options, and it's one of the most adjustable forks available on the market, and it has a whole bunch of hidden features that you might not realise. So starting at the bottom of the fork, they've got the D-lock axle system on there. It's completely unique to Cane Creek and the way it's manufactured. Then we look at the internals of the fork, and there's a whole bunch of cool stuff in there. So on the air sprung model, you've got separate positive and negative air chambers. So you can tune the way the fork feels throughout the travel. You can tune that initial breakaway force and how progressive you want it to feel. Just by that alone. Then you can adjust the travel internally in 10mm increments from about 100mm travel all the way up to 160mm travel. Literally don't have to have any new parts to do that. It's all built into the fork itself. You don't need to buy a new air rod on the inside like you do with Fox or RockShox forks. So unlike a lot of other air sprung forks that use a volume spacer system to sort of adjust the bottom out resistance on there, on the Cane Creek Helm forks on the air sprung model, you've got this which adjusts your air volume without needing any additional parts. And if you're one of those picky people that wants to have like half a volume spacer, you can flip this upside down on the rod and it caters for that need. Everything built into the fork, you don't need to buy any new things once you have this fork. It's infinitely adjustable. Now something you won't be able to see from just looking at the fork at a glance is the quality that's built into these things. Every single part of them is like machined aluminium. The absolute quality of the dials is just like nothing else that exists on the market. You've got separate high and low speed compression dials on there. You've got your rebound adjust. Even the air cap itself is a bit of a masterpiece of engineering, to be honest. And something that I didn't know about Cane Creek until chatting to the guys a minute ago is every new fork is assembled by one of 3 people. There's only 3 people work on these, and they test every aspect of it. They test the damper on there, they make sure it's airtight, they make sure everything is working and assembled correctly. Then they dyno test them, and they have that readout on file that correlates to the product number of that particular unique fork. When the fork later goes back for a service, they do the service, they dyno test it again, and they show you the overlay. So you can see it's exactly the same as the day you bought the product. Now that is a good piece of engineering.
Hunt is a wheel company that's been around for a few years now. They're all bike riders, and they started off with road and gravel wheels, but these are their brand new mountain bike wheels. So think wide rims, they're alloy, 60/69, so premium alloy. They're also high spoke count, so 32 up front, 36 at the rear, but they're triple butted spokes to keep the weight down. 82 points of engagement on those hubs as well, and there's some tech inside the rim. There's a ledge that really helps you out when you're trying to pump up a tubeless tyre. They'll grip, but also when the tyre is inflated, it's going to grip on that bead.
In the world of mountain bike tyres, it's very easy to sort of overlook the fact that the major brands, Schwalbe, Continental, Maxxis, there's a load of other brands that make some really good tyres. We've already seen that Goodyear have come into the market now. But I want to talk to you a little bit about Kenda, because they've actually been around in mountain biking for a long time. They've had tyres such as the Nevergal that have been really popular in the past. Check this combo out. So this is a Hellcat and a Helldiver. It's got that front and rear sort of specific thing going on. The front, you could run that front and rear, but it's got the fast roller out back. Really good shoulders on there. There's various different casings available. 2.4, 2.6, like the wide trail size, 27.5 and 29s. Really good selection of tyres. But those Nevergales, check this out. So I don't know if you remember the original Nevergale, quite a round profile. This is Nevergale 2, it's a prototype version of it at the moment. That's got to be one of the most aggressive tyres I've seen at the moment. Love to get something like that on a bike and have a rip on that. So one of the things that can be confusing with tyre manufacturers is all the different durometers, casings and acronyms and different sort of definitions to sort of identify which ones are which. Sprawway have got their versions, and Maxxis, of course, you've got the 3C, you've got the Max Grip, the Max Terra, all that sort of stuff. It's very simplified with the Kenda range. So you've got AGC, so that's the gravity casing, there's AEC for Enduro casing, and ATC for trail casing. Pretty simplified way of just looking at it, nice easy system. So a bit of retro tech here for you, actually modern tech, because this is Team Fat Chance Yo Eddie, which is a bike that actually existed in the mid-90s. A few of my friends had the originals of these with the Mag 21 fork on it, with the exact same paint job as this, but of course this modern bike, modern geometry, modern everything, but running that retro look. Classic bike by Fat City Cycles. Absolute banger. And another more modern refinement on that Yo Eddie frame here. Got a single speed particular bike here. Check these dropouts on here, really intricate bit of design. I love seeing this stuff on hand-built frames. Really, really, really nice. So checking out the new Fat Chance Wicked Enduro hardtail frame here, running 65-degree head angle up front, 45mm chain stays out the back there, so really flickable, poppable bike. Got a proprietary steel custom drawn tube set, especially for Chris Chance here, and of course that quality frame building you've always seen from Fat Chance cycles. I still love a hardtail. I don't know about you guys.
So this is the brand new unseen Bontrager Rally Mips helmet. So it's a trail helmet, a couple of sort of premium features on this. You've got that Mips liner inside that moves around. You've also got that BOA closure system on the back. But the really interesting part about this is this magnetic mount. So if you're light, it just clicks really securely on top of your helmet. But in the event of a crash, it can come off, so it doesn't affect how your head hits the floor or cause you any type of injury, something like that. There's also a nice tab on the front of that, so if you hit an obstacle, it's not just going to fly off your head. That's a GoPro mount as well, so you can swap that light out for a GoPro. And just a nice little touch, so when you don't need it on your helmet, you can take it off. Your helmet looks normal, there's nothing stuck to your helmet permanently.
So here at the MRP stand, just check out the Banshee Legend here, which of course has the new MRP Bartlett downhill fork on it, named after Bartlett Wash in Moab. Pretty rough place to ride a bike, kind of sticking to MRP's heritage with the way they name their forks. It's got the same sort of adjustments you see on the rest of the range, like the ribbon fork. You've got the compression adjust, the rebound adjust. Travel is adjustable in 5mm increments from 170 to 190mm. And something that's changed a little bit is the ramp control system that MRP have developed for controlling the end of stroke. So you can actually fine-tune this a little bit more now on this bigger fork by using volume adjusters that screw onto the cartridge itself. So you can sort of take care of how the fork, the characteristics over the travel using this, and then you can fine-tune it infinitely by using the actual ramp control. That's really smart, a really nice way of doing things. As usual, the finish from MRP is all black. You've got the detailing on the front of the arch, so it doesn't fill up with mud on the back. And they've got that super supple feel about them. It's going to be a really popular fork, and it's just under $1,300 US. So another cool thing from MRP is the new Hazard shock, named after Hazard County in Moab, which is on one of my favourite sections to trail of all time, actually. Super rough, and obviously a coil shock would be so good for that. This has that all-important climb switch on there, and it's got a dual adjustable high and low speed compression adjustment on there. Rebound adjustment, it's available in metric and also conventional imperial measurements there, and there's 3 different spring options with this. There's a lightweight option, the standard option, and of course that progressive option that so many racers want. It fits everything, and it's tailor-made to work really well with the ribbon and all of the other forks in the line. Really nice bit of kit from MRP there. So just checking out the brand new One Up Components dropper post. Now it's got a few special things up its sleeve. So it's available in 150 or 170 drop. So it's got a 50mm shim that slides under the collar here, and because it's a cartridge system, you can take that collar off. You're not going to lose any pressure. It's just a bush that's underneath that. The advantage of having that shim system is you can tailor tune the amount of drop it has. So one good example of that we've just been told is if someone had a kid, and obviously the kid's growing quite fast, so you can set that 50mm and take off a millimetre at a time just as the kid grows until you get full extension. Now the post itself has got the sort of lowest stack height equivalent, so you can get this in a maximum amount of frames. The actual post is quite short for the amount of drop it has. So unusual frame designs, we've got a kink in the seat tube, or maybe some of the smaller XC World Cup style bikes, you're going to be able to get this post in there. It's $199 as it is. The lever is available separately for $49, and the reason for that is it's available in iSpec 2 and all the sort of usual combinations for that. It's a super low friction design and very easy to look after. So just here with one of the components, checking out the EDC, which is of course the tool that fits straight into the steerer tube of your bike here. So very Enduro spec to be able to carry all that stuff on there. There's just a couple of new refinements to this. As you can see, you take the tool straight out. The regular multi-tool and all the usual stuff is in the top there, but you can unscrew the bottom here. And on the inside of here, firstly, you've got the tyre slugs, sort of the thing where you stab it into the tyre. You've got the rubber worms there to seal up your tubeless tyre. And then you've got a miniature set of quick link pliers here that weigh virtually nothing. The quick link itself is stored in another part of the tool, where of course you get access to the chain tool there and the multi-tool. So you've really got everything you need on a day-to-day ride just to get you back to home. Okay, so I'm at the Troy Lee design stand at Sea Otter. Been speaking to the main man, Stickman, and we've just seen this brand new helmet that no one else has seen yet. It's called the Stage. This is their Enduro race helmet. It's also targeted for, they say, the single crown rider, so it's not an alternative to the D3. It's not a slopestyle helmet. This is for trail riders, single crown riders, enduro racers, e-bike riders. It gives you all that extra protection and peace of mind that you need, but it's a full face helmet. It's not a separable helmet, it's full of ventilations. They weigh under 700 grams, so it's such a lightweight helmet, but you've got that classic Troy Lee design shape of the D3, but it weighs almost nothing. These things, they haven't got any more details for us yet, nothing on pricing, so we're not really supposed to be showing these off. But the cool thing is they will be available later this year. We think around August. More details when we have it, but check this out. So here at Finish Line, checking out their brand new tyre sealant, which the thing that's so cool about this is it's got Kevlar strands in it that really fill in those holes. We're just gonna get a demo on this. I've seen this already, but you guys need to see how effective it is. It's unbelievable.
So we'll just give ourselves a little flat here, and as soon as the sealant hits that hole, instantly seals the plug. No waiting for latex to congeal. The fibers just seal it up right away.
I can see on here there must be, there's hundreds of holes.
Hundreds.
And it still maintains the pressure.
Yep.
Which is good. It seals so fast.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
So we've already seen how well this stuff works, but the proper selling point from my point of view is the fact that it lasts the life of the tyre. This stuff does not dry up in the same way that some of the more latex-based sealants do. It's got to be better for the environment, better for your wallet. It's going to be a good product, I think. So new from Marin is the San Quentin hardtail range. So it's a trail-focused hardtail, running a 120 fork up front with a 65-degree head angle, 75-degree seat angle. So climbing friendly, but you can slam that seat and you've got a kind of feel of a dirt jump bike. And you might have noticed in the background there, that's Matt Jones, and he helped develop this bike. So he's a UK Red Bull athlete riding this bike. So there's 2 frame specs and there's 3 models. This is a more basic number 2 frame in Series 2. It's got external cable routing, but it is dropper post compatible. The spec on this is quite unbelievable. This complete bike retails for $850. So in the UK, that's going to be around 600 quid. So that is absolutely amazing as an entry-level bike. If you just move up, the 2 isn't here, so we'll look at the 3. Now the 3 is all business on this one. It's a lighter frame. It's got internal cable routing on here. It retains that 65-degree head angle, but it's got 130mm travel up front. Boost compatible frame. Of course, it's got the dropper post on there, ready for action. One of the nicest looking hardtails I've seen for a long time, and really, really heavy duty. It's got the wide rims on there, compatible with up to 2.6 tyres with loads of space in there for mud clearance. It's pretty sweet to see Marin pushing out some really cool bikes like this.
So there you go, loads of cool stuff. If you've not seen the videos prior to this one, click up there, 2 other tech videos. Give a thumbs up if you like new shiny bits of bikes, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button. I'm off.